How you doing here? Miss I Am here. How y'all doing? I am strong. I am courageous. I am confident. I am worthy. I am bold. I am divinely protected. I am. How y'all doing today? I hope all is well. I hope you're protecting your peace. I hope you stand on your journey. I hope you're vibrating high. And I hope you stand away from negative people. So I wanted to come on here and talk today about your journey. When you reflect back on your journey, how does it make you feel? What do you feel? Did you notice your accomplishments? Did your energy levels changing? Are you okay with being alone? Are you okay with being on your path? You know, stuff like that. You know, I just want to hear from y'all. You know, I know when I first started off on my path of being alone and healing myself and doing what needed to be done for myself, just walking away from all the negativity, just doing what's best for me. I had an issue, what I didn't realize in the process of my healing, I had an issue with being alone. I didn't realize that until I came into my journey on my path. And I'm like, once I got to my healing stage, like fully being able to be, I'm like, wow, I really didn't need anybody. Like here I'm thinking I'm needing people to be by myself. But what I realized in my healing, I'm a lot more peaceful without anyone around. You know, being in that stage of isolation and hermit mode, it made me realize what type of person I really am. Not what people wanted me to be, but like who I really am, the authentic person that I am. And I also realized how I was justifying people's behaviors. I was justifying why people was doing what they were doing to me. And I had to realize that, like, I had to know the difference between people saying something and meaning what they say, or they're brushing it off with being smart. You see what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense. Like how somebody will say something and then laugh it off like, oh, I was just playing, or I don't know what made me say that. You got to know when a person means what they say. So I had issues in that area, like I said, adjusting why people did the things that they did to me. Being alone. Being alone. So I had to realize, like, damn, I actually like being alone. Like, I actually prefer being alone. It's like, I didn't want to go places by myself, like, oh, I go do this by myself. But now I embrace just going for a walk by myself, just sitting out in nature by myself, just sitting here, you know, giving wisdom and personal experience that I've had. I was very nervous about doing this. You know what I mean? Like, just getting on here talking in front of camera, just talking in front of people in general. Like, you know, it was just like, I had to realize I was a lot stronger than what I gave myself credit for. I didn't need anybody. Codependency. And then in that area, as far as codependency, I'm like saying to myself, like, I got to do everything on my own. Just letting that fear set in. So I had, for one, fear. I had to get rid of the fear. So before I get into that, the fear of just going on the path, choosing yourself. You know what I mean? The fear of just, I had to get rid of the fear in general. I didn't know how fearful I was until I started my journey. I did not know until I tapped into my healing. I'm like, wow, I was afraid to be alone. Like, wow, I was afraid to live alone, pay bills on my own. You know, I'm just being honest. Like, I was afraid of all of that because I'm thinking, you know, the illusion of society teaches us to think that it's great to have a partnership if it's there. You know what I mean? If it's a positive partnership. But society wants us to think that, you know what I mean, to hold on to something that's not good. Just because this person's treating me wrong, that I need to allow them to treat me wrong so I can get a bill paid, or allow them to treat me wrong so I can get help. And I was sadly mistaken in that area. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, I had to let go a lot of fear. Like, I got this. Like, once I got into my journey and knowing that I'll be taken care of as long as I stay on my path and journey and do what needs to be done, I have nothing to fear. I have nothing to worry about. So I struggled in those areas, y'all. I struggled with being alone. I struggled, you know, but now I'm fine. I have that knowing of everything's going to be fine. Knowing I hopped off that hamster wheel. I don't have to keep repeating the same cycles. Knowing that the Most High Mother and Father got my back. Knowing the elemental spirits had knowing my spiritual team, knowing all of that, I had nothing to worry about. Here I'm sitting reflecting on my journey, I'm like, wow, I was really worried about stuff that I shouldn't even have been worried. I had no control over. Worrying about if somebody was going to do for me what I did for them. Worrying about if somebody was going to like me for me. Like, that's stuff I can't worry about. People will show me if they like me for me. I can't sit there and worry about, am I impressing this person? No, I can't worry about that. People know who I am. I know who they are. They know what type of person I am. I know what type of person they are. If they don't simply like me for me, knowing the type of person I am, and if I don't like them, that's just an issue. But I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue in that area. This was my struggle. So as far as people having things to say, I never had anything bad to say about anyone. If anything, I tried to give kind words and uplift people. But, some people don't want to be uplifted. So I never had no issue in that area. But I'm just reflecting on my journey. And it's like, wow, people really have bad stuff to say about me. And I don't even be around. I don't have anything bad to say about them. Now, the unhealed version of me would have wanted to lash out. But I'm like, just sitting here in my journey. And it's just like, I'm good. I'm great. Within my journey and in my path, I'm great. I don't have to worry about nothing. As long as I do what needs to be done, I ain't got to worry about nothing. Done worrying about stuff I don't have control over. So me reflecting in my energy, I'm like, wow, I really embrace being alone. I really am okay with, I really had to master on, I had to find a balance in, as far as saving money, adjusting in certain ways, I had to find a balance in that. It can be done. So it's like, for one, in my path, when I first started in my path, I had to pray and let everything go. Just whoever it is, I had to let it go. And that was hard for me as well, letting people, certain people, places and things go. But I had to choose myself. Because it was like, I can't allow you to treat me wrong because you're a sibling. I can't allow you to treat me wrong because I've known you for 30 years. I can't allow that because if I keep allowing you to do it, you'll keep doing it, regardless if you know it's wrong or not. And if you carry the low vibrational energy, and if I allow that to happen, then I'm not learning anything. I'm hopping right back on that hamster wheel. So once I hopped off the wheel and prayed and let everything go, and now I'm past a lot. I did my healing. I'm just reflecting. This is the reflecting part of it. I'm just reflecting on everything I've been through as a young child. How I was the outcast in school, in the classroom. How I was the outcast, the only girl on the football team. How I was the outcast in my mother's side of kids. How I was the outcast in my father's side of kids. Like, just, I'm reflecting. I'm like, wow, I accomplished a lot. Having my faith, not giving up, keeping my faith in what I can't see, but feeling that I'm protected, knowing that the Most High Mother and Father had my back all the time. I was religious at a point in time. I had to hop off that hamster wheel of religion and know that, and a lot of people ain't like that either. A lot of people still don't agree with me being spiritual versus, it's just what I feel in my spirit. That's what feels, and religion never felt, I grew up in the church, my family went to church, with that picture of the guy with the European guy with the long hair and the blue eyes, I never felt a connection to that guy as my father. I never felt that. So I kind of questioned that inside of myself, like, they're saying that, I'm like, that ain't right. But anyway, just, I overcame so much. Like, I was like, how many times I wanted to give up, and my higher self told me to just hang in there. So I'm glad, I'm very grateful and thankful that I had my spiritual team, my spiritual guides, just always protecting me and just telling me to hang in there. I'm glad I kept the faith. I could have gave up. I've been through so much. I thought about suicide. I was carrying low vibrational energy at that time. But it was like, I overcame a lot. Like, wow, I could have, I've lost a lot of people in my life. I had to reflect on death. I had to learn how to accept death. I had to learn how to heal myself when it comes to death. I had to learn how to make the best of my situations. I had to learn all of that, and just reflecting and just looking back. When you're reflecting on your journey and your path, you overcame a lot. Do not go back. Do not go back. You overcame what most people wouldn't have been able to overcome. You kept your shoes on while you was walking, and you feel like the soles was going to burn off. You kept walking in those shoes. You kept it moving. You kept your faith. That's all that matters. People are not going to agree with how you feel and how you live your life, but it's for you. You have to save yourself. You have to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. So when you reflect on your journey, just all you overcame. When it gets bad and you may feel alone. Some of you might be okay with being alone. But when you get to that point, it's going to feel so good. You're going to feel good about taking that road, accomplishing, healing yourself, picking yourself over others. It's going to feel great. So when you reflect back and how good it makes you feel, and you realize how strong you are and how you feel right now at this very moment on your path and your journey, how good you feel, you ain't gonna want to go back. You're a lot stronger than what you give yourself credit for. So keep that in mind when you're feeling lonely. If you haven't gotten there yet, and if you still feel like it's a little struggle on your path, when you feel down and out, remember how much you accomplished. Remember how far you came. Remember you walked a mile in those shoes. Remember no one can walk what you walk. Remember by choosing yourself, that was a path alone. The healing. No one wants to heal. Some people don't even think they have issues with inside. They think they don't have issues. They think their life is just okay. They don't think they don't have mommy issues. They think they don't have daddy issues. They think they don't have childhood wounds that need to be healed. They think they're perfectly fine. And if they do, they're not willing to tap into that because it requires work. Remember, keyword work. You put in that work. Something that no one else was willing to do. So remember, when you feel down and out, when you feel sad and you feel alone and you feel like you want to go back to that, don't go back. Reflect on the good. Reflect on the accomplishments you made and the blessings you received while on the path. You were blessed. You got more blessings. And just think about what will really come your way once you stay on your path and continue to grow and continue to, protect your peace and continue to help others. There's a greater reward behind that. Not that you're even looking for a reward. It just comes with the type of person that you are. You will be rewarded because the type of heart that you have. So I'm not going to keep you too long. Just keep that in mind. You accomplished a lot. Okay, you accomplished what most people wouldn't. I can't say it enough. So keep that in mind. Miss I am here. I am strong. I am confident. I am courageous. I am bold. I am worthy. I am divinely protected. I am. And so are you. Okay, stay high vibrational. Stay grounded. Protect your energy. Stay on your path. Protect your peace. And always vibrate high. Always. Remember that. Remember, you got this. You accomplished what most people wouldn't. Stay on your path. I love y'all. Stay high vibrational. I'm out.